What up, boys? It's Devin. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I just woke up at 4:30. Had a really decent struggle getting out of bed this morning. The past 2 mornings have been pretty rough. I'm having a really hard time getting up. Um, I just got back from a 2-week trip in New York. I've been home now for about a week, and when I was in New York, my sleep schedule got really fucked up, and it's just bled into me coming home where I'm getting to bed at like 9:30, 10:30, 11ish, waking up at 4:30, getting 5 hours of sleep, and that's been a streak of like almost a month now, and it's just catching up to me. And when I was in New York, it was different because I was seeing family, I was seeing friends, but I wasn't making that an excuse to miss my wake up time and to get my shit done. Here, it's been a mixture of my nights have been running a little late, working with clients and stuff. Like last night I was working with a client pretty late. But it's just catching up to me, and it just made me think how important my goals are to me. How important it is to me to help other people. How important it is to me to get up early and work on programs for a new client I just onboarded last night. And I just want it that bad. Like I'm willing. I'm in a phase of my life right now where I gotta sacrifice sleep to achieve my goals. And when I wake up in the morning, my mind goes to like, bro, you didn't sleep. Go back to bed. Like, Devin, you fucking haven't slept. Like, you need to go back to sleep. You're tired. You're exhausted. You can't function off 5.5 hours. My mind tells me all this shit. It literally just happened an hour ago. And I talk sweet nothings to myself about why I should get back in bed. And sometimes when I get up, I throw my robe on because if I don't get warm and comfortable first thing in the morning, it's really hard for me to get up. So I know this about myself, so I keep my robe right next to my bed, get up, my slippers on. And sometimes I'll just stare at myself in that bathroom mirror and I'll think about it. I'll look at myself and I'll just be like, should I go back to bed? And sometimes it takes 10 seconds, sometimes it takes 10 minutes, but most mornings I gotta go to war with myself. My mind always goes to the comfortable option. Now, I'm one of the most disciplined human beings on the planet, but my mind still goes to the comfortable option. I just don't listen. That's the only difference between me and the next guy. I understand the importance of my goals. And sometimes when my mind goes to being a bitch, I just have to remember my goals. I have to remember what I'm fighting for. And when I do that, it gives me power, it gives me strength. And I say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to my mind. My mind's telling me no. My mind's telling me to get back in bed. My body's going to say yes. It's going to get up. It's going to get up and I'm going to go do what I need to do. And so I did. And so right now, it's 5:30. I'm tired, but fucking cold. I don't know why it's been so cold in here in the mornings. I hate being cold. And I'm just uncomfortable, but that's really exciting to me. I'm in an uncomfortable stage in my life where I'm not able to get much rest. But whenever I have those moments where I'm in an uncomfortable stage in my life, I understand very clearly there's some significant growth that's about to happen in my life. Significant growth. Whenever you're in an uncomfortable situation, you're being tested. The question is, are you going to bend and fold? Or are you going to stand strong? If you stand strong and you come out on the other side of that adversity that you're faced with, brother, you're going to be way stronger than you were before that. So, yeah, I just did my hydration and My morning process goes 4:30 a.m. wake up, get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, hydration, electrolytes. Then I go straight to breath work, prayer, stretching. A new addition to my morning routine has been 50 push-ups right then and there. And then I go straight into reading, journaling, and then I do some fasted cardio while I get some work done, and that's been my routine. And I've really enjoyed this routine. It's good because I prime my mind, body, and spirit, and that's all that matters. And I just stopped myself right in my tracks after the hydration to come talk to you boys because it was really heavy on my mind, and I wanted to give you guys a look inside of what it's like when you get no rest and you have big goals, bro. And you have big goals. But one thing I've been working on a lot is on my Instagram stories. The past month or two, I've been getting up, posting my hydration, and then just not showing anything else until later in the day. I've been really, really selfish in the mornings because in the mornings, after I do my routine, which I like to do in privacy, I get some deep work done usually, which is just some uninterrupted work with my phone not in the room. But a lot of the times in the mornings, I have breakthroughs, kind of like what I'm having right now as I'm talking to you, where it's like, it's just one of those moments I had this morning where my mind was really, really weak. Really, really weak. And I really, 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 really wanted to go back to sleep, but I just didn't. And I guess I'm coming to talk to you because it's just that simple. It's just that simple. You know what you need to do, but your mind's going to tell you otherwise. And you might not be a disciplined person right now, but you might want to become one. And to become a disciplined human being, all it takes is when your mind says no, just say yes. It's not as difficult as you think. It's very simple, but it's not easy. Because the moment is still brutal. And it's crazy because last night, for example, it was like 10:30 and I'm like, fuck, I need to get to sleep. And in that moment, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get up anyways. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it seems all good and great in your head the night before. But when that alarm goes off and it's time to get up and you haven't slept, you're going to fucking fight demons. Demons. And the question is, will you rise above it or will you fall? It can make and it can break some. But I choose it to make me. I choose it to help me grow because I got people to help. I just onboarded a new client last night. I ended up getting on the phone with him super, super late. And I got to go build out his program this morning to get him going. And that takes time. It takes me 10, 12 hours to build a program sometimes more. The only way I'm going to get that done with the rest of my schedule is if I'm up. So that's why I get up. And even on the days I don't have to get up at 4:30, I still get up at 4:30. Because I hate to do it. And that builds discipline in my mind. And also, I'm squeezing the most out of my life right now because I'm in a phase of growth. I'm in a phase of growth as a human being. I'm in a phase of growth when it comes to building my business. I'm in a phase of growth just overall. And when you're in phases of growth, sometimes you got to prioritize the work over sleep. Eventually, I'd like to get to a point in my life where I can get 7-8 hours every night. It's just not realistic if you want to grow. And that's what I mean when I say there's sacrifices that have to be made if you want to become great. If you want to have the most amazing physique in the world, it's going to take a hard work. If you want to have a business, it's going to take a lot of work. If you want to just be exceptional in any area, It comes with a lot of sacrifice and a lot of work. And that's why most people like to talk about it, but they're just fantasizing. They don't actually want it. Because they're just motivated in the moment. They got this little streak of motivation, and they've been showing up for themselves for maybe a week or two. But eventually the motivation wears off, and that's where they fall, because they don't want it bad enough. To get up at 4:30 every morning, even when you're fucking exhausted, when nobody's in here watching, I could just go back to bed. But I would know. And I have goals that I promised myself I would achieve. And I'm a man of my own word. Now, I used to not be. I used to lie to myself a lot. Tell myself, Devin, you know, you want this. But then I never showed up for myself. I was such a loser. But I don't lie to myself, and that's why I have so much confidence. That's why I have so much competence. That's why I get so much shit done. Because I simply just don't lie to myself. If I make a promise to myself, I keep it. I keep it. So when I promised myself I'd get up at 4:30 every morning, I got up at 4:30 every morning. When I promised myself I would post my morning process every day. When I promised myself I would put my self-development over everything else, I kept it. And anytime I keep a promise to myself, even though I didn't want to, I start to build confidence in myself and trust myself. And when you have confidence and belief in yourself, you could achieve anything. Anything at all. But if you don't have that and you want to achieve big things in your life, you're absolutely fucked. Because no one's going to be here to help me at 5:30. I'm 5:30 now. No one's here to help me when I'm up at 4:30. No one's here to drag me out of bed. No one's here to post my morning process for me. No one's here to make me do push-ups when I'm exhausted. Nobody's here to make me do cardio while I work and help people at 5 in the morning. Nobody's watching. It's just me. If I didn't have true belief and confidence in myself, I wouldn't be able to pull this off. But I just understand now, through lots of failures and lots of times I've fallen down, that you can achieve anything. But the way to achieve it is not the way I used to believe. I used to believe, focus on the thing, and just it'll come. Illusional. The true way to achieve it is to take a lot of time to mentally draw the picture of who you want to become. What is the thing you want to achieve? And every single line, every single detail, leave nothing out. And not take any action until you see it. Oh, I should take that back. I don't mean like that. What I mean is, see it very clearly in your mind, but the second you have the idea, you begin with imperfect action. As in, just put the first foot forward. Okay, I know I want to be super successful. Well, I can't sleep until 9 a.m. anymore. Start waking up early. You don't know what you're going to do in the morning yet? Fine, just get up early anyways. Imperfect action, start. What I meant was, you don't want to get into the specifics until you have a clear picture. That's what I meant. You still want to get imperfect action. You want to put your best foot forward and get going. Otherwise, you'll never start, because you're never going to have the right time to start. You're never going to have it all figured out. You just got to start. But as far as the specifics, the nitty gritty of what's it going to take, don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about that. That'll come. Just keep taking that imperfect action every single day. And basically, put the inputs in every single day that would make failure impossible. If you truly want the goal that you say you want, you know it comes with sacrifice, you know it comes with hard work, So if you want it more than you want to breathe, which is what you have to have, then put the work in that would make failure impossible. And what does that look like? That looks like doing a lot of shit you don't want to do. Most of the shit you won't want to do. But it's what needs to be done if you want to guarantee yourself success. But that's where a lot of people fall. They just don't want it. They don't fucking want it. They tell themselves they do, but when the adversity comes, they fall. That's why when I talk to a lot of people message me and, we talk about fitness, mindset, this, and they ask for my help. And I say, hey, what are you struggling with right now? What are you struggling with? Oh, I just keep falling off. When someone tells me that, my mind immediately goes to, this person does not want this goal bad enough. This person doesn't care about this goal as much as they say. Because if they did, they would show up even when shit got busy, even when life got crazy, even when they didn't feel like it. Now, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because sometimes there's some external circumstances that maybe could cause that for an individual. Not me. I'm not built like that. But for the average person, I don't know. But that's why they come to me, right? Because I'm that guy that's going to teach them and show them and make them into a monster so that doesn't happen anymore. People come to me because they see me being as relentless as I am. And they want that. But they just don't have the mental capacity to get it done right now themselves. So they come to me and we work together and I get them over that edge. And it's amazing to see how just something as simple as an earlier wake up time and someone holding you accountable can change your life forever. Forever. Bro, if I had somebody in the morning messaging me, checking on me and giving me a blueprint on how to do this shit from the beginning, I would have been here years ago. But I was too arrogant for that. And I didn't want it bad enough. So it wouldn't have even paid off because I didn't care. I didn't fucking care enough. You gotta want it. The things that I want to achieve in my life, I want it worse than I want to breathe. There's nothing I want more. I've isolated myself in a way where my life is built around my mission and everything else comes second. Sometimes family, my relationships, my sleep, these things come secondary because that's sometimes what it takes if you truly want to get to the top. And I do. I want to get to the pinnacle of who I am. I want to unleash and unlock all of my potential, leaving nothing behind. I want all of it. And that's going to take a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard times, a lot of sleepless nights. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you boys this morning. Just in the moment, had the thought, And a lot of times when you go through this process as well, you're going to want to give up. You're going to want to quit. You're going to want to say, fuck it, this sucks. It's very easy to say that because it does suck sometimes. But whenever it sucks, whenever you're thinking about giving up, whenever you're thinking this might not be worth it, understand nothing that's worth value, nothing that's has value is easy to attain. So if you want an exceptional life, that takes hard work and it takes a long time to achieve the things that you want, longer than you probably have in your head as far as your time frame. So I found myself saying, fuck, I don't have it yet. Why don't I have it yet? And whenever that happens, I realign myself with my goal and then I focus on my daily inputs. What can I do each and every day to move the needle forward? And I just focus on winning each day. As long as I win each day, I know it'll come. I don't care when. Eventually it will. But I just focus on inputs. What could I do every day to move this needle forward? That's my focus. And what that does is keeps you sane, and it guarantees you success in the long run. When you're so honed in on the output, you're missing out on all the inputs, and you will drive yourself mad. Focus on the inputs. But it's gonna take a lot of sacrificing. Sometimes, bro, yeah, you're gonna feel like giving up. But let me tell you something. Anytime I felt like giving up and kept pushing, I hit a breakthrough. Anytime shit got really, really hard and I felt like this is it. This sucks. I gotta just quit right here. And then I kept going. Every single time I hit a breakthrough. Every time. So if you're going through a hard time of your life, a season of difficulty, and you're coming close to that breaking point, you're feeling like, fuck, I'm ready to hang this all up. Don't do it, bro. You are so close to hitting a breakthrough. You are so close to your goals. Stay the track, stay the course. Bro, you got this. And when you're starting to feel down on yourself, when you're starting to feel like this sucks and you're questioning yourself, here's what I recommend you do. Raise your frequency. Before you make any decision about quitting or anything like that, raise your frequency. So a lot of times when shit's tough, we get into a negative frequency. And what is that? It's just a state of mind. That's all it is. It's all emotion is a state of mind. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain. So if you're ever feeling like you're ready to hang it up, you're ready to quit, change your frequency. So for me, what raises my frequency? Going to the gym, hanging around people that I love, getting sunlight, doing something I love, like, I don't know, going to get a coffee. These things raise my frequency. They make me feel better. They change the brain chemistry. So if I'm ever about to make a decision and I find myself in a really bad state of mind, I go and I change my frequency. And once my frequency is raised, then I can make logical decisions. But when your frequency is not raised, it's very easy to make a bad decision. So don't make any big decisions until your frequency gets raised. So whatever that means to you, like I said, to me that's the gym, going to get a coffee. But if you're ever in a shitty state of mind, raise your frequency and then make a decision. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what depression is, isn't it? It's just a negative frequency. But it can be changed by raising your frequency. Everybody's got their thing. So brother, you got this. You could do anything you want. You could achieve anything you want. All it takes is discipline. All it takes is a choice. When you're faced with a tough decision, when your mind's telling you no, just think of in your brain a checkbox yes, a checkbox no. All you got to do is check the box yes when your mind says no. That's it. It's that simple. It's not easy in the moment, but it is that simple. Just keep showing up and eventually you'll have everything you ever wanted. And I'm saying that to you as a guy who's achieved a lot, but I don't have everything I ever wanted, and I'm nowhere near the goals that I have in mind. But that's why I'm showing up each and every day and just putting my inputs in, and I know it'll come. And I'm saying that when I have nothing that I want. I don't have the goals that I want. They don't even seem in reach right now, technically. But I know I'll have them because I'm just relentlessly putting in the inputs and each day moving that needle closer. Never give up. Never quit. Whatever dream that you have is not silly. Dream big. Make it big, make it beautiful, make it worthwhile. And then go achieve it, bro. Go work as hard as you fucking can to achieve it or die trying. When I adopted that mindset, achieve my goals or die trying, it bred me into a savage, physically, mentally, spiritually, but not just that. I've never felt so fulfilled and happy. I've never felt so on purpose. I've never felt this joy that I feel in my life until I became a warrior for my goals. Bro, I the amount of confidence and happiness and fulfillment I feel, I don't need a single person. I don't need external factors. I dropped every single vice that I have. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't vape. I don't jerk off. I don't fucking talk to girls. Well, I'm keeping them out of my life for the time being. I'm trying to stay focused. Whatever the vice may be, I don't have any. I don't watch Netflix. I don't play video games. My life is singularly focused on my mission. And I have never felt better because I love the man I see in the mirror. I don't need anyone. We don't love ourselves enough. And that's what I discovered. I mean, look, you're going to go through journeys and you're going to have your family and friends. But bro, when you're up at 4:30, no one's there for you. It's just you. And it's like that in a lot of stuff as a man. So you better start working on yourself and start dialing in on your mission because it's just you. It's only you. So who the fuck are you? You find out in those moments. You find out in the moments where your mind's weak or you're tired and you don't want to get up. That's when you find out who you really are. So if you're not on purpose, if you don't have your mission aligned yet, what are you waiting for, bro? All that other shit is bullshit. Alcohol, partying, drugs, video games, and Netflix. It's all fake happiness. I'm not after happiness. I don't chase happiness. I chase fulfillment. And I believe as men, it's our purpose to become the best human being we possibly can. Achieve everything we ever set out for. Conquer, right? That's what people used to do back in ancient times. That's what men did. They conquered. They didn't fucking jerk off and play video games. We're meant to conquer, and I think we're biologically designed to operate at the best and feel the best when we're on purpose, when we have a mission. When you don't have a mission, you're just a leaf in the wind. When you have a mission, you're a fucking warrior. And I believe all men are warriors at heart. You just got to bring it out. And it doesn't mean fighting in a real physical war with guns and shooting people. I'm saying war. War with our minds, war with spirituality, and we're going to war for the life that we want, because that's what it really is. You are going to war for your dreams. And what else is more important to go to war for than your fucking dreams? Everything you ever wanted as a child, that creative kid in you, it slowly dies as you become an adult, but we all have that dream, that life we would love to live. So why not spend every waking hour fighting your teeth and nails out to achieve that life? Why else are we here? To live a mediocre life? To date a 6? To have a wife who doesn't respect us? To have a 9-to-5 and that's it? To have a mediocre physique? To have a weak mind? Is that why we're here? I don't believe so. I believe we're here to fucking fight. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what my clients are doing. And that's why the people that I work with, I'm very selective over, because I want a group of men who are going to be warriors. I want to surround myself and work with men who have potential, not men who are know-it-alls, not men who are excuse-making motherfuckers and can't admit that they have an excuse-making problem. I want to work with the warriors, the savages, and breed them into everything they want to be. The way I'm trying to do for myself. It's a fucking journey. And while you are on your own, it is really you. You better surround yourself around a clique of killers, bro. And that's exactly what I'm building. And I'm saying this today, January 10th. I don't have that many people. But I'm going to have a massive, massive group of fucking killers. I don't know if you guys hear this ambulance right now. Distracting me. But that's my goal. I want to build a group of minimum, I want 100 people in my program. But not just 100 people. I want 100 savage killers by the end of 2025. And so it's a lot of vetting process. Talk to a lot of people, but I don't want the fucking weak. I want the strong ones. I want an army. I want my guys to have that. I want the people who trust in me to not just have me, but to have a community of other fucking savages. So I'll work relentlessly until I have that, until I've built that. So the fight goes on. But in summary, man, never quit, never give up. Trust me, you got this shit. It's all a war of the mind. Think of that little checkbox. Yes, no, yes, no. Anytime you're faced with a tough decision, stop listening to your mind, bro. Just do what you know you need to do. And watch your life change right before your eyes. Peace, boys. Love you guys.